Ohai gozaimasu, good morning. Welcome back to Asahi Shotokan Karate with Sensei Scoot. So this morning I think we're going to go through Zenkutsu Dachi. Zenkutsu Dachi is pretty much the first of the true Shotokan stances that we learn, and our sensei will teach us that pretty much from lesson 1, and we will be doing it for 30-40 years later because it forms the basis of a lot of our techniques and a lot of our kihon, kumite and kata. So let's do Zenkutsu Dachi. Okay, so we've already done this already. Naturally, we tend to step forward with this front stance without people really realizing that this is called Zenkutsu Dachi. So the best way to do this is do a Gidambarai, downward block in front stance, because that is exactly what Zenkutsu Dachi is. So Rei, Yoi, and step forward, front stance. So just naturally, okay, your weight distribution drops 70% on the front leg and 30% on the back leg. The front knee is just naturally bent, so it's dropping above the big toe. So just pushing it forwards, so it's just sitting over the top of the big toe. Don't push your knee in and don't push your knee out. Let your knee naturally flex into that position. As if you were walking naturally, your knee would bend flexibly and like so. That's what we want to do. We don't want to be forcing the knee out, and we don't want to be forcing the knee in. The back leg is not locked out. It's not dead straight, okay? But it is slightly, take the weight out of the back leg. So there's 70% of your body weight through the front leg and 30% through the back of the leg, okay? Hip width, so just your hip width, okay? So your hip bones are here. Don't go too wide with your stance. You don't want to be like this. This is incorrect. Okay, likewise, you don't want to be too narrow. It's not like back stance, for instance, for Zenkutsu Dachi. So I'll show you from this angle here, naturally. Naturally, the knee flexes down, and that's the position we want to be. We don't want to be forcing it too far. We don't want to be bringing it too back. Okay, this is incorrect. This is incorrect, turning the knee in and turning the knee out. Forcing both ways is not good for your knees. So natural position here. Now, as a beginner, your instructor is going to say lower. Your instructor is going to say lower again. And your instructor will repeat that lower, lower, lower. All of the time, probably for the first 5, 10, maybe 15 years of your Shotokan karate life. And the reason being is that this stance, and the reason being that we do it so low to start with, here, and we push down, is to become stronger. So this really does help us build those important leg muscles to support the rest of our body, so we're able to do the rest of our karate techniques. Remember though, always, the knee is naturally flexing above the big toe. The knee is naturally flexing above the big toe, like so, okay? The back leg is not straight, but just take the weight out of the knee, okay? And we use this technique to step forward and punch, to step back and block, within kata, within kion, within kumite. So it is probably fundamentally the most important part of our Shotokan to start with, and moving forwards actually as we become higher grades. So just showing you again, opposite side here. So let the knee flex naturally forwards, okay, not out and not in. So not pronation and not supination, just let it naturally flex. 70% on this position. Weight drops down naturally, back leg, just don't lock it out, just naturally let it sit down, like so. The front foot faces straight forward, the direction of travel, as if you're walking. So if we're just naturally walking, the foot is in that position. The back foot, as much as possible, should mirror the front foot. So the back foot isn't like this. If we have our back foot like this, we can't engage our hips, which is a really bad part of karate. So we can't use we can get to hanmi, we can't get back to square hips. But if we bring that back foot together, the hips suddenly become freer, and this is correct for karate. I think one thing that's really particularly bad when we first start karate, and I was very guilty of this, is whenever we step forward downward block, we do this. We look down, we look at our stance, we look down, and this is not a good place to be, because when we're looking down, our balance leans forward. And this was a big problem for me, certainly as a junior, without a doubt. So we've got to make sure that we are looking up and looking focused, and try to feel more with your feet rather than keeping doing this. there's nothing down here. There's nothing down here, but there's lots in front of us to see, isn't there? So Ray, and step forward. Okay, and then just naturally feel that knee flex above the big toe. Make sure that back foot's there. Make sure you can use your hips. 70% here, 30% here. The back leg isn't locked out. We're not too wide, so we're just hip width. Okay, and if I change this way, from this position here. So again, feel, squeeze down, naturally dropping the hips, like so. Not looking at the knee. Feeling is a much better way of doing karate than looking. We should always be looking where we're going, looking at our target, looking at our partner, looking at what part we're doing next in the kata. So this is Zenkutsu Dachi, 70%, 30%, hip width, back leg slightly, weight taken out of the knee, so not locked out, knee naturally over the big toe, not forcing it outwards, not forcing it inwards, but in a natural position. And that is Zenkutsu Dachi, front stance. Us.